Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, and in today's video I thought we could just sit down, open up some new yarn that I got, and I thought maybe I would show you guys kind of what I'm working on. I'm not sure if this kind of video is something you guys would be interested in seeing, but my goal with this channel eventually is to one day kind of show you guys the process of me creating patterns, what goes through my brain, how I decide what I want to create. So I thought I would just show you some of the patterns that I've been working on over the last little bit, and we can open up some yarn and chat about what's been going on around in life. So maybe grab some yarn, grab a project you're working on, and let's jump into it. So to start, I have a bunch of yarn. So I have 3 bags of hobby yarn that I've bought. A lot of this is just kind of repeat yarn I've already used in the past, and then some of it is a little bit new. Some I have tried a few times, I've fallen in love with, and since now ordered more colors. So we'll jump into that. Sorry that we've been a little bit MIA over here. We've been pretty busy. I guess I kind of underestimated how busy having 2 littles would be since I had my daughter back in October. She's 7 months old now, but it's a lot. And to find the time to film and create and make new patterns and, film content for Instagram and reels and all that stuff, it's a lot. So we're just over here doing our best. I hope you guys can understand that. And as life gets a little bit less hectic, then we will start doing more. But right now we are just doing our best. So to start with the yarn, I originally started buying this yarn called Peacock. Now these balls are kind of a disaster because I've used them. I bought 2 colors. I bought this light pink color and then this kind of white color. Now, like I said, these balls are a disaster. But what I love about this yarn, this is like a faux fur yarn. It's a single strand. It's not multiple strands woven together. So normally in the fur yarn that I've bought in the past, it will be 3 of these strands kind of woven together, and it makes it really, really thick. And I find it a lot harder to work with. This yarn is way better because it just has the 1 strand and it's thinner, but it creates the most beautiful results. So I wanted to test out this yarn, so I bought these 2 colors, but then I fell in love with it, so I had to buy more. So I got more of the pink color. It's super pretty. I bought some of this beautiful orange, like a coppery orange color. I got this green, emerald green. And then I got 2 of these sky blues. Now I cannot wait to use this. I have used the pink yarn in a new project of mine that I'll show you kind of near the end of this video, but I love it. It is harder to use for sure, just like any fur yarn. You kind of have to be able to crochet off of feel versus sight because the fur yarn just hides your stitches. So you have to be able to feel where you're going, and counting your stitches is super important. So it's great. I love it. I would highly suggest it. Not sponsored. I just love it. I also picked up some essentials. I got the toucan yarn in black because I was running low on that. And then I also picked up this toucan yarn. I got 4 balls in brown because I'm running low on brown. Unfortunately, those aren't really very fun colors, but they're essentials. Gotta have them. That was the first bag. Now the second bag is a little bit more fun, more colorful, more exciting. So I got this blue is in the toucan yarn, and all of this is chenille yarn because that's what I use the most. So this blue is so, so pretty. It's just like a really bright blue, but not like a gem blue, like a ocean blue almost. So that is beautiful. And then I also got a lighter blue, more like a turquoise aquamarine kind of color. I got the toucan yarn in pink. I've been running low on some pinks, so I had to restock on those. And then I got a purple, like a really nice, vibrant purple. So that was the second bag. Now into the third bag. Try not to cut my yarn here. All right, so in this bag, I got, like I said, I had to restock some of my pinks. So I got this really, really bright pink from Toucan. Really pretty. I got more of a coral from Toucan as well. Super, super pretty as well. Very vibrant, very bright. And then I got more of a mauve color here in, again, the Toucan yarn. Now, the last ones I got, a lot of this stuff was on sale, so I was just kind of looking for what was on sale. And these ones are, I've used this yarn before, but I wanted to try out some of the newer colors. So I got this Baby Snuggle print. I got this color, and it's like whites with different shades of pink. And then I got this one, same thing, Baby Snuggle print, and it's got whites with blues, pinks, and yellows. And then same thing, Baby Snuggle print with the white, and has the 2 shades of blue and a gray. I don't really know yet what I want to use with this stuff. I have made up my pufferfish out of this guy. Here. This is the pufferfish that I made out of this specific yarn in just a different color. So it's really pretty and it crochets up absolutely beautifully, but I haven't decided yet. I might make some more pufferfishes, who knows? But that's kind of what my plan was, but maybe we'll find something else to use it for. So that is all the yarn that I got. It is a lot, but I go through yarn quite frequently. So it will get used. And plus I like having a variety of colors kind of at my disposal. So when I get an idea of a pattern that I'm working on, I can just grab the color and go. I don't have to wait to order it, especially because I live in Canada. Sometimes this yarn takes 3 to 4 weeks to get to me. So I don't want to wait, because by the time 4 weeks comes, I forget what I'm doing, or I've lost interest in that project, or whatever it may be. So it is kind of nice just to have that stuff on hand. So next, I thought I'd show you guys kind of what I'm working on right now. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably would have already seen this guy. We kind of announced him a while ago, or her, whatever you prefer. But this is my peacock pattern. So it's so beautiful with the little head feathers and then the front feathers here. I thought about doing, peacocks have these like white stripes on their face over their eyes. This pattern honestly took me so long. If you guys want to see, I will show you the other version. One sec. Okay, so this is my first take at the peacock. So this just shows you the creative process, right? Like, this didn't just happen right away. First of all, the colors were all wrong when I created the first one, and my sister, who is the other half of Double Dutch, was the one who was like, the colors don't seem right. So that was the number one thing that was wrong about it. The beak color is wrong. I didn't love the eyes, and I couldn't figure out how to make that white stripe on the eyes kind of like look more like a peacock. And then the other thing I did was the wings. So the wings on the side are different, and I also did like a picot stitch around the edges, kind of to make it look more like feathers, but in my opinion, it looks too busy. And then the back, it just was not right. They didn't fit correctly. They were the wrong size. They were way too big. I wanted it to look more symmetrical. So this was my first take on my peacock. I also made 2 separate parts. So the head and the body were separate in this initial pattern, and I sewed it on. In the final pattern, it's all one piece. So the head and the body is all one piece, which is kind of a nice touch. The biggest thing I changed was the feathers. So I made them a lot smaller. I didn't do the picot stitches, and I changed the coloring of them. I didn't love the pink that I had originally put in here, and the purple as well. So I changed it to kind of an all blue medley with the green outers so that you knew what it was. And then the other big change that I did was the wings. So instead of having the peacock feathers as the wings, I did separate little wings here with little like furries on it. So that's our peacock. It's currently going to be out to pattern testers soon, and it should be released by mid-June. And I'm very, very proud of this pattern. It took a really long time to get from this to this, and I almost gave up like 17 times, but I'm really happy that I didn't. What do you guys think? Which one's better? Do you like the new one or the old one? I think that it improved immensely with the second go around. Now I'm going to show you guys the second pattern. This one I've kind of only hinted to on my Instagram, but I haven't shown the full thing, and that is our flamingo. Now I still have a tiny bit of work to do on this pattern. The back is, I had to basically frog the back part 17 times. So when I was redoing it over and over again, I had lost a lot of the fluff on the strand of yarn. So there are some holes in the back here, but I think if I were to redo it again, just going it on the first round without having to frog it, it would have turned out much nicer. But what I love about this is I use that peacock yarn that I was showing you guys for the back feathers. And then I use just regular chenille yarn for the top. So it's kind of like a multi-dimensional feather wing situation, which I really, really love. The peacock feather did turn out bigger. They are the same pattern. The feather, the top feather and the bottom feather are the same pattern. This yarn is just a tad bulkier, the fur yarn. So it just ended up being a little bit bigger, but I kind of like that. It kind of splays out really nice. But this is kind of where we're at with the flamingo. We got the little dangly legs. They're not stuffed. And the head has, you know, your beak and a little fluff you could definitely use the fur yarn for. So that's kind of where we're at with our flamingo pattern. I'm pretty close to having it done, and I'm going to write it up. But if you guys have any suggestions on what would make it better, you let me know in the comments below. Now, the other pattern that no one has seen yet, so I'm just sharing all my secrets today, I guess, is this little bald eagle. This is a kind of a quick pattern. I based it off of our duck pattern, which I do have here. So it's a very similar shape, but I did make some adjustments. The body is much different. If you can see, it's got kind of a curve here and it's more straight on the back. And then I have this little tail, which I love. I just use some ribbing here for the tail. And then just some cute little feet, some wings, and then the little neck. I think he looks like a little ice cream cone, honestly. Like the little ice cream things going down the side. But I was on a really big bird kick. I don't know, I hadn't really made birds in the past, and I started with the peacock, and then it's all I wanted to make. So I made this little eagle. I think he's really cute. He'd be a really quick project, a really good market prep guy. So this guy's coming soon as well. Now, the last project I'm working on right now, I did a poll over on my Instagram to see kind of what patterns you guys were hoping to see next. And popular vote was a raccoon. Now, a raccoon is something that I've been wanting to make for a while, but for some reason I just kept kind of putting it off. I don't know why. But I started working on it obviously the face is the most important. It has all the character in a stuffy. The legs, the arms, the body, you could basically use for any stuffy and it can be interchangeable, but the face carries all the expression and all the personality. So I started working on the face and I'm super happy with how it's turning out. It is not together by any means. I'm still actively working on this pattern, but this is kind of what I have so far for his face. Now he does have a bit of a triangular face like raccoons do, like a pointy cheeks. And then he's got these little ears and I did some white rims on there. And then just your classic, you know, black eyes with beady black eyes and the big white furrow brow. So that's kind of where I'm at with the panda, or the raccoon, sorry, panda. I do have a body as well working. And then I do have, here, I'll show you guys. I'll put this on with my hook here. So this is kind of what it would look like. And then I do have some arms and some legs. So this is an arm and a leg. So that's kind of what it will look like. And then obviously I still need to make the tail. And obviously I had to sew them all on. But this is kind of where we're at right now. He's kind of small, which I love. And he's different. I've never really made a pattern like this. And there's a lot of skills in here that I've never actually done before. So I'm very, very happy with it so far. I hope you guys like it. If you have any suggestions, let me know what you guys think. I think I'm just going to do like a classic big fluffy tail. I might just do small at the bottom, like starting with maybe 6 stitches and then get to a big section and do that big section for quite a while because they do have kind of straight fluffy tails. So that's kind of my plan. So here you go, little raccoon. I hope that that was fun for you guys to see kind of what I'm working on. We got our peacock, we got our flamingo, we got our bald eagle, and we're working on our raccoon. So we got lots on the go. We're also, you know, trying to survive life. So, you know, be patient with us. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this where I kind of go through my design process and how I'm creating patterns, let me know in the comments. I would love to create that for you if you guys would be interested. Otherwise, let us know if there's any other crochet alongs that you're looking to see, any specific patterns you're hoping to see in the near future. We hope you guys have a lovely day and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!